So what for you has been the most difficult part about the influence and lifestyle? And what are some things that people might not necessarily appreciate from the outside looking in?
I want to start off by saying I'm extremely grateful for the job that I have. I think I'm honestly so lucky to be able to call this my full-time job. Getting to travel and take pictures, I just think that's a luxury in its own. But being able to make money from that is something that I think a lot of people find hard to understand. Especially because it's just all so new. But I think a lot of people don't understand that most content creators started doing this for fun with no money. And there were times where I wasn't making anything and I was still like getting dressed and putting on 3 outfits. I remember coming to New York for one weekend and doing like 10 looks and just like running around the city, trying to find different locations, um, taking all my pictures, then coming back home to Minnesota and like figuring out like what's gonna work. Yeah, I don't want to say it's a hard job. I just think it is difficult sometimes to let people in, especially when they're strangers, and allowing people to kind of have a social relationship with you where they feel like they're entitled to knowing everything about you, but it's like, wait, I'm putting things out there that I want to share.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the times what I've seen with content creators who like lead with their personality, people become so invested where it's almost too invasive. And a lot of people aren't okay with that. I feel like as humans, we need our privacy. And that goes for every single person online. Even if you're not a content creator, you just
Yeah.
wouldn't overshare what you're not comfortable with. So
Yeah.
when people are in your comments constantly like picking on one thing, you kind of have to be like, well, this is my job. I kind of have to be okay with that. Even getting hate, that being something that like I've also dealt with in the past. Things like that are just hard. I don't know. Just being a human, having feelings, it's hard not to take things personally. But just kind of I've almost like desensitized myself to a lot of harsh comments. Because it's just not something that I want to read or see. I feel like now where I'm at in my career, I haven't really dealt with that as often, but I remember in the beginning when I was just getting started on Twitter, it was harder for sure.